It's you. Okay. Probably won't use it. I've been very unimpressed by bows in this. Okay, so we've taken Shandong. They still own the farmland. Shandang, rather. Which we are going to need to go and assault.
Not.
There's some Yellow Turban Rebellion people here which are not aligned with us. Let's pay for the repairs here. Don't need that. Do need that. Do not need that. Now, we can go and destroy the Yellow Turbans, and I think we probably should, and then go on to Shandang. In fact,
above all.
You could even go for Shandang, and then together we can go for Hedong. That might be the better plan. And yeah, we still have an unassigned administrator, but that's almost certainly going to be for Hedong. Do we still have an unassigned assignment? No, that's you. Coming back. I wish there was a way of just saying, refresh. Do it again. Hey, Faceless. Cold as Mars trip in school today. Funny. Here it hasn't been too bad. It's been stormy, like really stormy. Hey, Santa Claus. How is the murder, mayhem, and killing going today in the quest to become the eternal ruler? It's going acceptably, I would say. Yeah, see, this copper mine was once level 3. Because it keeps changing hands, it's all the way down to level 1. So yes, these places do lose a level whenever you lose them. And this is Luoyang. I would eventually like to take that trade post, but it's not as important, and they've actually taken the lumberyard. I'm going to keep the defenses upgrading. What does this place make money out of? Peasants. Well, I can get some more money out of the grain storage, which would also increase the time it takes to siege this place down. I like that idea. I'm not sure I'm going to invest in upgrading the copper mine, because it's kind of hard to hold on to right now. Although, now that we own Luoyang, it should get easier. And as we fight the brigands out of the mountains, we should be able to secure that area more. How many settlements are we from victory? Like 4. We're really close. Damn. Right, so she's just landed, which I think takes a bunch of movement.
In excitement, we overreach.
It does. Good. No! Gongdu! Destroyed! Declaring the tiger, Sun Jian is killed by Huang Zhu at the Battle of Zhengyang, cut down in a hail of arrows. Huang Zhu, that's the Lu Biao archer, isn't he? Interesting. So things are happening. Okay, so we are currently under siege, so we basically have to fight those guys just to get out, which we can do. I'm even tempted to just auto-resolve. Because they had a lot of units, but they're all really, really low health. Yeah, that was a good decision. I'll take the recruits. Now, one thing which has been reported is that apparently it's very often the Yellow Turban rebels who kill the other Yellow Turbans. Something which I'm pretty sure is not working as intended. Because as you saw there, Yellow Turban rebels are hostile to the Yellow Turbans. Which I don't think is intended. Because apparently He Yi does not last very long because he gets killed by his own rebels. Because they spread further to all the provinces around them, which then spawn Yellow Turbans who then attack the nearest target, which is very often the Yellow Turban who spawned them. Which is a bit of an oops. So really hoping that they fix that by release tomorrow. A couple of us have reported it. People of merit. Okay, so we got 4 people come in that time. Communal grain store, ancillary, a great glaive. Ooh. Ooh. What do you use? You don't use glaives. You do. This does do more armor-piercing damage. This does more base damage. But it does have the instinct bonus, and that's a pretty hefty instinct bonus. It also attacks faster. I think for Zhang Liang, I'm quite happy for you to have that, but for Yang Yingyu, who is not a duelist, this would be better. Yeah, I like that. Okay, that's a pretty hefty upgrade for you. Cool. Oh no, even better would be He Yi. Oh, you can't use a great glaive.
Impose without action.
Yeah, okay. Even though you're a healer as well. Alright.
Nurture passion.
So what I could do is try to ambush.
I cannot.
You need to go after Shandang, definitely. And take it out.
No.
Your army isn't actually that strong.
Let desire shape and guide passion.
So maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to encamp.
Prepare the camp.
Because right now
Follow the
you are
heart.
blocking all access through this road. Which means you can only go this way and attack the copper mine. And we're going to have you marching to here so that you still replenish.
Not its oppressive warlords.
And then you can go to Shandang. Okay. Unfortunately, none of the repairs were finished because we got besieged straight away. How many settlements are we? 5. What is a sloop? I got a Takanhoi 2 core mod. That's sloop 1500 feet. A sloop is a ship class, but it's usually a ship with sails. It's one of the smaller sailed ships. Alright, Luo Yang can upgrade the peasantry. That just increases the income from peasants. No, this is the one I'd really like to upgrade, but unfortunately that's not a thing. Or we can upgrade the defenses. Now, is anyone gathering around Luo Yang? No, because we're actually expanding our own territories out there. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade you. Shandang can't do anything, Heidong can't do anything, but we have got 2 armies not a million miles away. Unfortunately, they have been recruiting a pretty big force here. But that's going to be the last place that I'm really interested in taking. So I'm quite happy to just sit there and siege them. Because I don't think I'm on the front line anymore. Not really. Alright. How goes the rebellion? We've almost won. The real question is going to be whether we continue playing after victory. Because that's basically the minor victory, it's not the greater victory. We could still try to go for becoming emperor. And I know that certain events haven't transpired yet. Or we could start a new campaign, because I am kind of eager to play as Liu Hong. The idea of that campaign excites me. World War II tech. Sloops are escorts and anti-subs. See the Black Swan class of the Royal Navy. There you go. Faction succession. Sun Ce has taken over for Sun Jian. And we can attract some more talent, which I think we were doing with... No, it wasn't. It was compassion. And we did forget to look through the various people that we could recruit, which was a mistake. Especially as we do need a new administrator.
To duty.
Okay. You
Reject
Hi.
corruption.
are going to go for Shandang.
For honor.
Which you should be able to win pretty easily.
To arms.
3, Okay, 4 archers. Bunch of peasants? Spear warriors. Lots of people without shields is what I'm seeing there.
For history is on our side. The persecution of China ends here.
If they are defeated here, they will have nothing.
Let no odds dampen our zeal.
Hey, where's my tower? Guess you can't deploy towers in these. Right. We have a little bit of an incline over here. They shouldn't have any artillery, and we do. Even though only one of the trebuchets is back in business. I mean, I feel like we would be fairly safe deploying our artillery, like, here. We need to get them to move into position on this ledge, but then that does give us a pretty decent firing platform. So let's group you two together. Let's go archers. Group all of you together, and we'll get you just behind the artillery. Then let's grab the swordsmen, which are going to be the guys defending. Actually, no, we're going to have the spearmen defending.
Take heed, warriors.
Make ready! At the ready!
Make ready.
Like so. Then we get the swordsmen here and here. Then we get the elite fighters back here. And then the 3 bosses stand over there. Alright, deployables. I do like the idea that we try to set up some oil. I'm going to do it like here. And then the stakes we're going to position right in front of where my front line would be. Something like this.
To attention! Go! Stand ready! March! Forward!
Archers attend! Forward!
Attend! At the ready! Move out!
Something like that.
Take heed, warriors!
Okay. Do we have flaming shots yet? Some of us do. Speaking of which, I should switch to flame with them. Now, are you guys going to be approaching us, or are you just going to be hiding in your little woods? I think you're going to be hiding in your woods. Although, we are in range already. We just need to wait for the artillery to get into their final positions. Which the ballistas have. There's going to be the trebuchets that really start the process. We'll see if they take the hint. They will. Good. Now, when do you really get accurate? I'm going to say that you really get accurate about here.
Prepare! Freeze! Fire! Aim and fire!
BAM! 62 kills, first volley. Not too bad. Are the deployables fun to use? I have honestly not had them very long, so hard to say.
Catapults, attack! To attention! The enemy warriors are running! Ah!
Bring down missiles! Steel yourselves! Fire! Guard position! At the ready! The men have no ammunition! Draw your weapons! Your attention! Fire upon them! Ready! Take heed, warriors! Prepare! Unleash fury! The time has come! The time has come! Fire! Look! The enemy run! Craven! Stand ready, catapults!
This is a massacre. 197 kills on the ballistas. I'm not surprised.
Loose! Steel yourselves! Attack! Crossbows! Stand by!
Especially with these guys standing so close to each other
One
right now.
step closer to
243.
victory. Stand ready. Show fury.
Crossbows! Attend! Strike your targets! Archers ready! Make ready! Go!
Good, good. Right, that's everyone, right? Oh, no.
Ready!
We got a couple more gluttons for punishment over here. This is all possible because they just didn't have any shields. At all. So, things to learn from that battle. I need to put the deployables a little bit further out. Lucky me, I have another trip to get home in these Arctic conditions after my schoolwork. Ugh. How's the weather here? Stormy, as I said earlier. It's been really, really wet and rainy. Like, I went for a walk yesterday to get to the pub, because it's my day off. And might have been a mistake, just because of how miserable it was.
This power will serve the people.
Faction destroyed. And there we go. It was quite funny, though. Wasn't yesterday, it was a day or two before. So what I started doing is I'll jump on the bus, then take the bus out somewhere further, and then walk home from there. That's basically how I get out and don't become a miserable mess here at home. Because very sedentary lifestyle, being a streamer. And when I was staying at the bus stop, a lady was like, "Are you from around here?" And I said, "Yeah, just live up the road." She's like, "Really? I thought you were Australian or something." Nobody else, like no other Brits, wear like decent wet weather gear. And I went out and bought like a full set of like really, really waterproof equipment because I like hiking. I really enjoy hiking. And yeah, so apparently
How may I
that was
serve?
what they thought. She herself was South African. Alright, so what are we doing here? Zhao Hong is our healer. Ooh, plus 50% income. Sounds quite good. Or additional armor for your retinue. You would be one of the more tanky units. But I like the idea of the extra income after battles. This also allows you to use fire arrows. Yes. And then Kai. Armor charge resist. Guerrilla deployment. Guerrilla deployment on artillery is another thing I am particularly partial for. Yeah, I think I'm going to take that. We're going to get you some subtlety, mister. Mordred kangaroo. AI seemed good at avoiding them anyway. I don't think the AI really got close enough to the deployables to really tell.
Trust instinct.
You've taken over Luoyang, but we did just lose the lumberyard. This is not a industrial site though, so I don't really care about getting the industry from that. Just holding on to the city I think is enough. So we are currently losing a little bit of money, but again, because of all the battles we're doing, it's fine. South pointing chariot. Hey, what now? I mean, it's a rare item. Oh, we got a horse. More authority. That would actually be very good for the boss man.
Truth is an unquenchable flame.
Who already uses it? In that case,
Madness.
probably He Yi. And what else do we get? We got a lot of stuff. The Wei Liao Ji, which is resolve and satisfaction. Or this one, which is just a massive authority boost. Which I think, again, I'm going to give to He Yi, rather. Although you're using instinct. No, instinct for you is probably better. Authority is morale.
Obey the heart.
You could use it. Or the campaign movement range. I didn't realise that nobody was using this right now.
For China.
Yeah, you use this so that the main army can move faster. So as nice as the south-pointing chariot is, nobody's really using it. And again, I'm kind of annoyed that only 2 of the stats are really used by administrators. It would be much nicer if Cunning Instinct and Authority were of use to administrators. Like, Authority could be a public order reduction, for example. Instinct could be replenishment, maybe? Like commandery wide replenishment bonus. And then Cunning would be a defensive advantage. Like extra ammo for defenders.
Onward, ever higher.
Or reducing construction time. Or just an increase in income. Cunning could just be a blanket income increase. Being prepared for bad weather? Who even does that? I know. Here in Britain, it's just stiff upper lip and just make your way through it. I'm like, no, I'm going to get a raincoat. Of course I am. I think the giveaway was the fact I had waterproof trousers as well. Lots of people have raincoats. Shandang has destroyed a bunch of things. Most of your income is again going to be peasantry, so we're going to build farming and then probably grain storage. You've already got defenses, which is great. None of those are massively useful. Ranks gained, we've already dealt with. Commandery secured, dealt with. Occupation, dealt with. Faction destroyed. Magnificent!
Madness.
No, magnificent.
No.
This guy might actually deal with her. That would be nice. And we could still upgrade, but again, I don't particularly want to spend the money on it. Now, seeing as we actually have a pretty high level item, do I want to try and buy access to any of the commanderies that I don't have? Like, we could buy the trade port, for example, from Zhang. Except for then we would have to defend it. And right now I don't want to make that kind of investment. Okay. Onwards! To me it always seems like the Brits always badly dressed for any kind of weather imaginable. You're not wrong. Recalling my short time in the Netherlands in October when all kinds of weather, rain, wind and sun would all change within an hour. So if Yorkshire being Yorkist, sky of scum and villainy wasn't enough, the weather there is kind of an indication of just how bad things are. In one day, We had bright sunshine, which was basically shorts and t-shirt weather. We started doing a barbecue. All the way to hail. Like, really, really bad hail. And then back to sunshine, then rain, then some more hail, and then sunshine again. What kind of place does that? It was horrible. Like, you're doing a barbecue, bright sunshine, then suddenly hail. Bam. Ow. Okay, you have left your base, which is good. You, unfortunately, are moving towards my copper mine. So what I think I'm going to do... Now, do we want to try and ambush them? Or... More ancillaries? Oh, military Jian. Interesting. Or we could try to... stay in the encampment, which does give us the encampment bonuses. Plus we are going to have quite a few deployables. I think I'm going to stick with the encampment. And then you basically will need to force march down to Hedong to cut her off. You won't get there this turn. Hedong is already a level 1 base anyway, so my not upgrading it was a good idea. And your army is not actually that big. Actually kind of wondering if even this paltry garrison... peasant volunteers? No. If they were like G infantry or something, we might actually be able to hold this. Except for the fact that they have 3 heroes. I think we're just going to need to come up behind you. You probably will take it, then we can kill you. And we're going to need to try and take as few casualties as possible against you. In fact, how much is required to encamp? 50% campaign movement.
Nothing will stop us.
Or we could just ambush.
Conserve strength against the sapping cold.
Setting the trap.
And we're in the woods, so we have that plus 80%. We are completely blocking access. I think we're going to ambush.
Vent frustration.
Luo Yang is upgrading the grain supplies, which was fine. Shandang is still building. And we are losing even more money. In which case, I'm going to upgrade you some more. Make some more money! Copper mine is a really big choke point, that's true. I mean, they can try to sneak past here, but it does protect a pretty large area. It's quite strategic. Right, military Jian.
Absolutely not.
One of you, I think, can use that. Or not. I think the only one who can is you, and you're already using one.
The wheel of heaven.
Okay. What's
Caution
better,
douses
Jian
the
or
heart's
Axe?
desire.
Oh, Jian, loads. Not even a contest. Where are you? You're further south, that's fine. I'm going to get my allies and things just to get faster movement. Oh, that was you. Okay, so you're trying to sail away. Ambush succeeded. Excellent. You're anticipating a close defeat, 1,400 versus 1,800. They do have a pretty high level champion, whose damage is actually pathetic. Yeah, Zhang Liang should be able to absolutely destroy him in a fight.